Welcome back. I'm Olivia's Romantic Home. In today's video, I am so excited to share with you guys some DIY Dollar Tree solar decor crafts or hacks. So I love to share with you how you can make your home's boutique gorgeous on a budget. I truly believe you do not have to break the bank to have a fabulous, amazing home. Don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on my Olivia's Romantic Home Facebook page. I'm wishing everybody a safe and blessed Memorial Day weekend. And don't forget to drop those comments down below because I am hosting a giveaway. So anyway, without further ado, let's go ahead and plug in those glue guns, get out your glitter and paint, and let's get to crafting. For the first Dollar Tree DIY, I want to share with y'all how to make an amazing Dollar Tree solar lamp. So you're going to take 2 of the Dollar Tree candlesticks and use a little bit of E6000 glue all the way around the rim. And then I just used a tiny dab of hot glue. And then I'm going to use one of these little Dollar Tree fancy glasses. I'm imagining they're probably maybe wine glasses, but these are plastic. And you're going to add some E6000 glue to the base of that. The next thing you want to do is grab some of those Dollar Tree garden planters, and I'm using this utility box cutting knife to poke a hole. Be careful, you may want to wear gloves. And then I'm going to pop my little solar stake into the top part of that, and that's going to be my lampshade. And check this out, you guys, we have a fabulous little lamp that's a solar lamp on a budget. I'm going to be using these out on my patio, and I'm just going to paint the top of this. Now I also wanted to share with you guys, if you cannot find that particular bucket, maybe you can find the flower and garden bucket, and all you have to do is pop the little side handles off of that. I didn't like it quite as well as the other one, but just to give you guys another idea, I know we can find random things sometimes at our Dollar Tree and sometimes we can't. Okay, the next thing that you want to do is make another one. I made 2 of these and I decided to make one black and one white just to give a little bit of contrast. And then I decided to go in also with my spray paint, and this is just Rust-Oleum black satin spray paint, and I gave the entire thing a good dose of spray paint, and I actually used 2 coats. I just wanted it to look really cohesive, as this was really a real lamp. I do love the Rust-Oleum brand spray paint. I get it for $3.96 at Walmart, and it is well worth it in my opinion. It holds up well, it adheres to plastic, and all of that good stuff. And this is not sponsored in any way, just my absolute favorite spray paint. Okay, so here is how they look. These are absolutely one of my favorite DIY projects I have done in a while, and I think they are fabulous for summer. They're easy to move around, and we did this on a total budget. Now, if you guys have a little patio or a covered porch, or you could even pop these into a window and have them by your kitchen window at night if it gets sun. They do need to get sun on that top solar part in order to get the most bang for your buck and the most pretty lighting. And a friend of mine uses these all the time and said that they stay bright on their patio until about 2 a.m. I'm not up that late, so I wasn't for sure, but I thought that would be a little helpful knowledge for you all in case you are hosting a party or maybe some type of bridal event or whatnot. And here's just some different ways that I thought you guys might want to style these. So have fun with it, get creative, and you don't have to use Dollar Tree candlesticks. You guys could always pop into your thrift store or really pick up some little candlesticks pretty much anywhere. So, and also think about this. You could use an old lamp base, like a real lamp base, to do this. I shared that with you guys last year or a couple of years ago, how to use just a real lamp base. So go check out some more DIYs on my channel. Now for the next DIY, I want to share with you all an amazing hack that you all can do on these Dollar Tree bamboo tiki torches. You can actually pop the little torch part out. You just cut the little strings that's holding it on, pull that out, and you can turn it into a solar torch. I thought this might be a great idea for those of you that have small kiddos or want to put this closely up against like a patio post, which is what I'm going to do. And you can even tie them on if you need a little bit more security on them, if it's maybe windy where you're at, by using some of this Dollar Tree wired jute twine. So the sky is the limit for these. You guys can paint these, you can leave them natural. So many ideas, and this just might be a great idea if you guys need something a little bit safer than a tiki torch, but really want to have a soft little glow. Again, remember that that solar top part right there needs to catch some light for the light to be the maximum effectiveness. But I just thought this was such a fun little hack. I thought of this myself. I've really never seen this. Comment if you guys have seen this before, but check this out. Now, I'm going to pull mine out, and I decided to really jazz things up. You guys know I love to get super extra and paint mine. So I'm going to paint mine in a rose gold color. I thought that that would make it look kind of like it's a copper stake instead of the bamboo. I do love the bamboo if you're going for that natural look, but just to jazz it up a little bit, I thought that would be a fun idea. So I'm using this Rust-Oleum metallic finish spray paint. And we have this construction zone area at my home in my backyard. So the rocks are going to be covered by the end of next week with a bunch of dirt, but I'm just going to go ahead and give it a nice, good, healthy coat of the copper colored rose gold spray paint to make them look like they're like a copper kind of rose gold metallic stake. Now check this out. Here is how they turned out after about 2 light coats. Definitely let it dry also in between coats, but I just thought that that was such a fun, ingenious little hack. Again, if you just needed something a little bit more safe than the Tiki torch or wanted to kind of put them closer up against a post. Here's how they look inside of my house. So if you guys had a little space that you wanted to put by a window and just make it look kind of jazzy and fresh, you always could pop them in. Just remember that those solar parts, the top part has to get some light to make it really pretty and have that beautiful solar effect. You could even, if you were doing this inside, wrap some pretty little fairy lights around it. Really, the sky is the limit. Have fun with it, get creative, and go for it. For this solar DIY idea, this is kind of a really cool hack. You can take pretty much any vase from Dollar Tree that has a smaller little top to it, fill it up with some pretty stones, or leave as is. I found these beautiful aqua marbles at Dollar Tree. Surprise, surprise, I actually thought it was the stones, but it was marbles, which I thought was really, really neat. And take one of those solar stakes and take the little stake part off, and then you can pop it down in to any little jar. Big, small. The sky is the limit. Dollar Tree has so many different jar options. You could even grab some of the colored ones. Now here's how it looks with the glow at night. Again, you guys can pop this in to a little space by your kitchen window if it gets a lot of sun, or outdoor on a patio or a deck. Here's another idea for you, is to take some of these Dollar Tree darker colored stones and pop that in. That's going to give it a little bit different look. I wanted to share with you all some different ways on how to style these. I love these rocks. They look really high end. And then to get your solar stake to kind of fit down in there, you can just kind of wiggle it around and kind of move those rocks around. So here is how this one is looking, popped into a little tray with some succulents around it, and I'm going to share with you guys how to make that tray. Here's another idea with how to style this, is to take some little Dollar Tree candlesticks and pop them on top of a candlestick. You could even add one of the Dollar Tree mirrors underneath of that to really make it jazzy. Now you might want to paint the candlestick and the mirror the same color, but these are just some different ideas on what you could do. You could also take one of the Dollar Tree trays, add some stones to that, and then add some of the little solar vases to that. You would probably want to match the vases, but again, just sharing with you guys some ideas. This was probably my favorite one, where I took some of the Dollar Tree succulents. These were the ones that came just lightly potted. I pulled them out of the pot, and then I just removed the extra part at the bottom that I didn't need with some little wire cutters. You could use scissors, and here's how that looks. Now I feel like this looks like something you would see at Pottery Barn or Kirkland's or the home decor stores, much more expensive than just a couple of bucks. I did paint that tray a rose gold with my metallic spray paint. I get it at Walmart. It's a couple of dollars, and it really makes things look very, very high end. So comment and let me know what you guys think about this, and if you're going to be attempting this. I feel like this one is great for all ages because it's no hot glue required, and just so fun to play with the different stone ideas, and there's just so many different options for you. this Dollar Tree DIY, I want to share with y'all how to make a super amazing Dollar Tree garden lantern, or it could also be kind of used as a centerpiece. So I'm going to take 2 of the Dollar Tree garden gates, remove the feet from the bottom of them, and then just attach them end to end. And you can tell it isn't quite making a square like I want it, but you guys could leave it right here and then just put something pretty in the center of it, and that would work. I decided to go one step further with it and take 4 Dollar Tree 8x10 picture frames. I removed the glass, and also I removed the backing from it, and I'm going to use this to stabilize my little garden gate and make it more of like a lantern shape. So now be careful when you're working with these Dollar Tree picture frames. They can have a tendency to pop apart very easy, so you kind of want to go easy on them. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to use some zip ties to zip tie the corners. I zip tied the corners at the base of this project and also at the top. Again, be careful with the frames. I did lose 2 of the bottom parts of one of my frames, but because they were already zip tied in, it didn't give my structure any problems. So that's just a little tip from me to you. And be patient with it. Give yourself grace. Maybe even pick up an extra frame or 2 if you feel like you might have trouble with it. You could also add a popsicle stick or a dowel to the corner of it to stabilize it even more. Once I had all of my little frames added, I wanted to make this look cohesive, so I'm using this metallic finish spray paint, and it's kind of in a copper rose gold color. I get this at Walmart, and I gave it a good coat on the outside, and then I flipped it over and gave it another coat. That way all those little garden gatey things were covered, and now you can see it looks a lot more cohesive and less Frankenstein-y. Now I'm taking one of these little Dollar Tree garden kneeling mats, and this is what I'm going to use to make my centerpiece. I'm taking some of the little moss sheets, also from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to hot glue them on top of this little mat. You might want to use E6000 glue if you live in an area that gets really blazing hot and you feel like the hot glue, might not stay on there. This is just going to go on a table, so I think it'll be fine. I'm also using a Dollar Tree cutting tool. Actually, I'm using a cutting tool, but I'm popping some Dollar Tree solar stakes down inside of it. So this is just a little box cutter. I'm making a hole right into my foam, and I'm also attaching that with hot glue. Again, use E6000 glue if you need a more permanent, really sturdy, strong hold. It is going to be in the sun, so I don't want anything to fall apart on you. Now I'm taking some wire, and I'm going to wire some ivy around this entire thing. My daughter had ordered this ivy off of Amazon and used it for a project and then didn't need it anymore, and was so sweet to share it with me. I did add to the little corners a little tiny bit of Dollar Tree wire, and that held my ivy on really nicely, and it also kind of covered up a little bit of that weird edge that I had going on at the top. It really wasn't noticeable, and I thought it looked really pretty, but so here it is with ivy on the inside, and then I also added some in and around the base, and I think this is such a beautiful project, especially if you're doing something for like a garden themed wedding. Another idea is you could put it by your fireplace. If you have a spot that gets sun. These are just 2 little Dollar Tree signs that I glued together, put popsicle sticks on the back, painted it, and then added some Dollar Tree candlesticks. And then here's how kind of it would look if it was a glow going to it. I found this little birdcage topper thing or cloche at the Goodwill, and I thought it might be pretty to pop in there as well. And here is how this looks. So fun and fabulous on a total budget, and I thought this was a great idea. So many of you guys have been asking me to do a lantern, and I thought this was great for a fun little garden lantern. Now for this next Dollar Tree DIY, I'm going to share with you how I'm repurposing and reusing the torch part on my Tiki torch. I'm going to remove the little insert inside that's the candle part, and I'm going to spray paint these. Now, I will tell you that my spray painting on this was a fail. I will also tell you, do not spray paint these with the little candle thing inside of them. I did spray paint this tray as well, and again, I'm going to use that pretty rose gold color. But I will tell you what happened with my spray paint. When I went to add the oil on the inside of my little tiki thing, the oil kind of dripped down and it just made the spray paint slide down. So it was a complete fail on getting those to stay spray painted. I did have to take 2 off of the project, but here is what we were left with once I got done spray painting the little tray, which I think came out the best part on this project. And then I'm going to add some little Dollar Tree stones to this. I feel like this is really high-end looking with these stones and the pretty rose gold. And you guys can always customize this to fit your style. You could spray paint these white or beige or black or leave it gold. Now you can tell right here that that's where the color is still kind of showing through, but it still looked pretty. It wasn't a total flop. You're just going to put your candle back in then and add the Tiki torch oil. And you have a beautiful little torch that you all can use at night. And again, just be really careful. Definitely be supervising if you're going to be having anybody that is helping you do this that's a little bit younger, or be careful if this is around a flame. I'm just showing you guys this for video purposes. We're going to be using this though out on my patio. So it's mostly a win, but that one little part was a flop. So let me know how you guys would have done this differently to get that spray paint to stay on the outside of my little torch part. I could have left it as is too. That would have worked as well, but the aesthetic I was going for was kind of a more high-end look. So I just had to share that with you guys. I hope you're loving this and are totally inspired. This DIY, we're going to make a cookie pan butterfly. So I'm going to take my little butterfly felt goodies and cut it out to where it's the size of the cookie pan, and then I'm going to spray paint it. And you guys can spray paint it any color. I chose this rose gold, and here is how that looks. The next step to this, oh, and say hi to Tiki, my cat. The next step is to just cut it out from the little cookie pan and use a pair of scissors that are kind of like older scissors, because the cookie pan may dull your really nice crafting scissors. So just a little side note on that. But I had this all cut out, and then I decided to go a super extra step and take these hangers and create a large butterfly for my smaller cookie pan butterfly to fit down into. And I actually saw this part of the DIY on Barb, the Shabby Trees channel. So hey Barb, love you girl. Thank you for all your fabulous DIYs. Go say hi to Barb. And so I'm just going to take and I'm going to zip tie the 2 edges of the hanger. As you can see over here is where you want to start. And then you can loosely put some zip ties in the center. But I did find that zip tying my ends made it hold together a little bit better and a little bit straighter. So that's just a little side tip on how I kind of worked this out. And now I'm zip tying the center as well. So these would be super fun to make with kiddos because of course there's no gluing required, and you could pick really any color of hanger that you wanted to. You just need 4 hangers, and you're going to put them end to end where it looks like it creates like a little heart shape. Now I decided to use my rose gold spray paint. I'm kind of on a rose gold kick here, and spray paint this to just give it a little bit more of a high-end look. And here is how it turned out. Now I did take one of the Dollar Tree solar stakes and add that to the center of it. So this is kind of a fun little idea for you, is you can make a little garden butterfly by zip tying a solar stake to the center of it. And then if you want to cover up your zip tie, you can add some nautical rope around it, or I'm going to add my little butterfly to it. Now I will tell you that my little butterfly had a little bit of trouble holding on with the hot glue. I had to re-hot glue it. And if you live in a really hot area, you may want to use something different. You may want to poke a little hole and zip tie your little metal butterfly onto that. The next little part of this was I'm going to use one of the little Dollar Tree handles. This is in the broom section, and I just cut it in half. I just bent it in half. Basically, they bend in half, and then that solar stake will fit directly down into that. And you can use some E6000 glue or hot glue to get that to attach a little bit better. And of course, you guys know me, I have to make it really extra, so I'm using some nautical rope to kind of wrap around the base of that. And here is how it looks out on my patio. I'm so excited. I can't wait to share with you guys more of my patio. I've been really working on it today, getting it ready. My son Max's birthday is this weekend, so we're going to celebrate out here. It's not quite finished, but here is how it turned out. I think it's super adorable and just so happy and fun. So for the next Dollar Tree DIY, I'm going to share with you all how to take some of these garden planters and give them a little bit more of a fresh look. You can also take really any garden planters you all have on hand and jazz them up with some spray paint. So I started out with just a basic white coat of spray paint, and that is going to make everything cohesive. I only had 1 can of this beige spray paint and I didn't want to run out, so I started out with white. And that's kind of an easy way to go if that's what you have on hand. I'm just trying to use what I have on hand. So I gave them all a really good dusting of white spray paint, let that dry for a couple hours, and then gave it another good dusting of beige spray paint over that. And I've been noticing on the Pottery Barn website that they're using like a lot of kind of light whites and beiges and then also black. So that must be the trend where it's just kind of that more neutral, kind of modern look, but it made all of these look really fresh and also cohesive. So, I had just kind of some random planters, and then this one was cute with kind of the chippy pink, but again, I'm trying to go for more of a cohesive look and just make everything look nice and fresh. The other thing I suggest is after you get done spray painting everything, to seal it off with like an acrylic sealer, or you can use a waterproof Mod Podge. So that's just another thing you guys can do to keep them a little bit more weather resistant. Now, I recently popped in to my local Walmart and found some tulips. So I'm going to use some of this Dollar Tree potting soil. I've never used it before. Poke your holes in the bottom. There's going to be a little spot in the bottom of your Dollar Tree planters to poke a hole. Then you can add some rocks to that and then some Dollar Tree potting soil. And these little tulips were only $5 at my Walmart. And so I'm just going to pop them into here. Now, I'm not sure that I'll leave them in here. I don't have a lot of plant options except for tulips and pansies out at my stores right now. So I thought these would just be pretty to put out on my back patio. I may end up replanting them so they can take root and just kind of come back year after year. I need to look into tulips. This is my first go round with tulips. So comment down below if you guys have any advice for me on tulips. Also, don't forget to enter my Instagram giveaway that I'm hosting with several other ladies. So if you guys pop over to my Olivia's Romantic Home Instagram, we're giving away a $200 Amazon gift card. So you guys definitely want to check that out and just follow all the rules that I have posted in that. And then here are some pretty yellow pansies. Oh my goodness, I was so happy to get my hands dirty and really get down in there and plant some goodies. And so here is how that turned out. Oh, and with the pansies, I actually just left those inside of their little planter because I do still need to be able to move things in and out of the house if we have like a deep freeze that happens. We've had it snow in April here. So that is one thing that I definitely do is I leave things in a movable planter. Thank you all so much for joining me on another fun and fabulous crafting and decorating adventure. It's a true blessing and honor to have you all here. If you are new, welcome. I'm Olivia's Romantic Home. I'm a DIY crafty mama, and I love to share with you guys how you can make your home's boutique gorgeous on a budget. And for all of my long-term subscribers and followers, thank you for sharing my content, for commenting, and for your love and support. Always, it is so felt. I hope everybody's having a gorgeous, fabulous, blessed weekend on this Memorial Day weekend. And happy summer. My kiddos are out of school, so I'm so excited for that. And I will be back next week with some new crafting and decorating. Until our next video, be kind to yourselves, be kind to one another. Talk to you guys very soon. Bye.